In the world of technology, information is more than power, it's survival. Imagine leading the most ambitious project at one of the biggest companies on Earth. Google's self-driving car. You hold the keys to the kingdom, with access to secrets that could reshape global transportation. Then, on an ordinary January afternoon, you decide those secrets now belong to you. This isn't a Hollywood spy thriller. This is the true story of Anthony Levandowski, the prodigy engineer who sparked a titanic war between Waymo and Uber. A battle involving 14,000 stolen documents, a $680 million startup, and even the foundation of an AI-dedicated religion. Today we open the Levandowski Dossier. In the mid-2000s, Silicon Valley was obsessed with a dream that felt like science fiction: cars that could drive themselves. At the heart of this dream was Google's Project Chauffeur. And at the center of that project was one man, Anthony Levandowski. He wasn't just another engineer, he was a pioneer. A man who had already built a self-driving motorcycle for a DARPA challenge. Google saw him as a visionary, paying him bonuses that reached $120 million. But in the high-stakes world of autonomous tech, $100 million wasn't enough. Levandowski wanted more than a salary, he wanted an empire. To understand why Google was willing to go to war, we have to talk about LiDAR. Imagine a laser beam traveling at the speed of light, bouncing off objects and returning to a sensor millions of times per second. This technology allows a car to see the world in high-definition 3D, even in total darkness. Google's team spent 7 years and over $1 billion developing a custom LiDAR system codenamed Panda. It was the most advanced sensor on the planet. And Levandowski knew that whoever controlled the LiDAR, controlled the future of transportation. It was December 2015. While the world was celebrating the holidays, Anthony Levandowski was busy with a different kind of project. He bypassed Google security layers and accessed a server known as the SVN repository. With a few clicks, he initiated a massive download of 14,100 highly confidential files. These weren't just emails. These were the blueprints for the Panda LiDAR, manufacturing secrets, and private supplier lists. He didn't just take the data, he took the recipe for Google's secret sauce. 5 weeks later, Levandowski walked out of the Google X headquarters for the last time. He told his colleagues he was starting a simple trucking company called Otto. But in the shadows of Silicon Valley, everyone knew something much bigger was happening. Enter Travis Kalanick, the aggressive CEO of Uber. At that time, Uber was terrified. They realized that if Google launched a self-driving taxi service first, Uber's business model would vanish overnight. Kalanick needed a shortcut. Just 6 months after Levandowski left Google, Uber bought Otto for the staggering price of $680 million. It was an incredible sum for a company that had barely existed for half a year. It wasn't just a merger, it was a heist. Uber wasn't buying trucks, they were buying the stolen Google brain. Levandowski was immediately put in charge of Uber's entire autonomous driving division. This wasn't just a legal battle, it was a cold war between two giants. Google CEO, Larry Page, felt personally betrayed by Levandowski, who had been like a son to him. On the other side, Travis Kalanick was obsessed with winning at any cost. During the trial, private messages revealed a toxic culture of corporate espionage. Uber had a dedicated team that used ghost laptops and encrypted apps like Wicker to hide their tracks. They were playing a dangerous game of catch me if you can. The air in Silicon Valley was thick with paranoia. Every engineer was a suspect, and every meeting was a potential leak. This level of tension is what drove the price of the settlement to hundreds of millions of dollars. But the story takes a turn into the truly bizarre. While being sued, Levandowski founded a religion called Way of the Future. He officially registered it as a church, claiming its mission was the worship of a godhead based on artificial intelligence. He believed that an intelligence billions of times smarter than humans was inevitable. Critics called it a legal shield. Others saw it as proof of his obsession. It remains one of the weirdest chapters in Silicon Valley history. The perfect crime failed due to a simple email mistake. The legal war forced Uber to pay $245 million in equity to settle. Levandowski himself was hit with 33 criminal counts and a $179 million fine. In 2020, a judge sentenced him to 18 months in prison. However, in his final hours in office, President Donald Trump issued a full pardon, calling him a visionary. Levandowski walked free, but his name remains etched in history as the man who tried to steal the future. For now, the files are closed on the Levandowski dossier. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.